Point I might make is it's the association that puts up these signs that tell us to stay away from the shoreline. The association says stay 100 feet away from the shoreline with your boats. Yet it's the association that is saying we need to treat people's shorelines. Doesn't that seem like a contradiction? Let's see. And this is another subject that speaks for itself. I do not want to get into it because try to stay on one subject at a time. Here's a couple more of our notorious board members, Phil Hurley and Dave West. And, I don't see any topping out hydrilla. I don't see the mess they're talking about. And ironically, when you kill off a lot of vegetation with a mass treatment, the dead hydrilla floats up to the top of the water and it blows wherever the wind blows. There's a term called poetic justice that in the past a lot of the dead hydrilla that Phil Hurley is trying to kill off and Dave West actually blew up onto their property. And of course, not knowing anything, they blame that on me as well. So anyway, just trying to make a point here, how unnecessary, number one. And number two, it's unnecessary, it's excessive amount. And when you damage other people's property and have people swimming in it this weekend, and they didn't read the memo, didn't read the email, and you're jeopardizing people's health, that is immoral. So you got a case here of excessive stupidity, egregious, that's the word, egregious stupidity with these board members. And here's another example of poetic justice where the people who are doing the wrong things get punished from the very thing they were trying to stop. This here is my property. It butts up against Bill Brown's, who's the president. And you can see that topped out hydrilla is actually on my property. So when he goes to attempt to spray it, I'll have much better videos than this. I'll have this one plus many more to prove how he sprayed property that was not his, and he'll be reported. And it's just a darn shame. The guy claims to be a minister of the gospel. Just unbelievable. And here again, we're out in the lake, and as you can see, it's 98% free of vegetation. Maybe a little bit over there by the apartments, but nobody goes there anyway. Just to prove my point, excessive chemicals. Yet another example of egregious stupidity is the properties of Jerry Westerfield, who has told me he is not crazy about chemicals. He knows it's a waste of money because the vegetation you kill off quickly comes back. Not to mention it floats up, the dead vegetation floats up on other people's property. And he complains about this. He says, oh my. Well, for one, this is not hydrilla. This is pondweed. The permit specifically states it is for hydrilla only. So, Oscar Westerfield, you might tell your brother he's going to get cited if you spray any of this. It's funny. I paid over $4,000 to clear my property out of my own pocket. But Oscar is a board member, and he thinks the association should pay to clear his property. Just one example after another, folks, how bad an idea, unethical, immoral, excessive, and just plain stupid. Another thing I might add, and you see my shoreline's got plenty of vegetation, and I'm a boat owner and I even use the wave runner. I get through it, and I do have to clear my prop every now and then, but it's well worth it, because by having the vegetation, it provides us with one of the finest lakes in Florida, with over 10 foot of visibility. Remember, it's the vegetation that keeps our water clean, that uses up all the nutrients from the plants, from the stormwater that comes in. Without the plant life, the algae will take over, and along with our water clarity goes our water quality. Clarity and quality are linked together. One last thing I might mention is over there on the other lakes north of us, white trout, Carroll and Magdalene. Those properties sell all the time for over $1 million, upwards of $2 million. Those people, most all of them, have a net worth of over $1 million. Along with that kind of income comes intelligence. And wouldn't you know it, you can go on Google, look at the properties on those lakes. You'll see shoreline vegetation. So again, just stupid, it's excessive, it's unnecessary, it's immoral. So please take a stand with us. That's 30 property owners who are objecting or signed a petition or won't join the association, and only about 10 are going to continue in their stupidity and push for the chemicals. So I need some of you people to speak up. Our lake, the life of our lake, is at stake. This is Chris Thayer. Thank you very much.